I don't review movies in my mouth. I review movies in my heart. And if any critic says this movie is good, they'd be lying to their audience. The Dark Tower, directed by Nikolai Arcel, produced by Ron Howard, starring Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey, Nicholas Hamilton, and Jackie Earle Haley. This movie is based on the epic Stephen King series known as the Dark Tower series, and stars Idris Elba as the lead character Roland the Gunslinger, along with Nicholas Hamilton as a boy from Earth named Lucas. And you have Matthew McConaughey as the villain, the Man in Black, who in this movie is known as Walter. Although in the Stephen King miniseries, the character was known as Randall Flagg, played by a different actor. In this movie, Roland the Gunslinger, his main responsibility is protecting this dark tower and making sure it doesn't fall. And the Man in Black wants to take down the dark tower. And if he does that, darkness will go over Midworld and the world of Earth. The boy, Lucas, played by Nicholas Hamilton, is getting these messages through his power of the Shining, telepathic power and power of precognition. He's getting visions of the Gunslinger and the Man in Black, and he wants to find out why he's getting these visions and who is the Gunslinger, who is the Man in Black, and try to help the Gunslinger stop the Man in Black from destroying the tower. Man in Black, Matthew McConaughey's character, knows of this boy and wants to catch this boy to prevent him from stopping his plans, and wants to use him for his own personal gain of destroying the Dark Tower. And that's pretty much our movie. The boy trying to look for the Gunslinger to help stop the Man in Black. Man in Black trying to do his evil deeds and trying to stop the heroes from stopping him. Now, I am a very big Stephen King fan. I have read the Dark Tower series, and when I heard that they were going to make a movie based on a couple of the books, I was interested and I definitely wanted to see this. And even though Idris Elba looks nothing like Roland the Gunslinger, in the book, Roland the Gunslinger is supposed to be white and Idris Elba is black. I don't care. Idris Elba is a great actor, and I think he'd be a great guy to play the character. I don't mind the fact that they made the character into a black guy. That's fine. And I think Matthew McConaughey is a great actor and a great choice to play the villain, the Man in Black. But unfortunately, this movie is not that good. The direction, the script, the movie just doesn't do the source material justice. Let's talk about the positives of this movie first, though. Idris Elba is a great actor, and I think he does the best he can with what he's given. He really does look very badass as the character. He really kicks butt as the character. I really did like him playing the Gunslinger. And then you have the boy, Nicholas Hamilton, playing Lucas. At times he was a little bit annoying, but other times I thought he did a pretty good job with what he was given, and he is a pretty good actor and has pretty good range. Next, let's talk about, alright, Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black, who in this movie is known as Walter, and in Stephen King's The Stand, the character was known as Randall Flagg, played by a different actor. Matthew McConaughey is a terrific actor. I really like him, and I think he can play a great villain. But I think the writing really didn't let Matthew McConaughey totally do well as the villain. And he does the best he can, and I think he's very intimidating and very menacing. But at the same time, through much of this movie, he is mostly using his powers to influence people to do what he wants. He tells them stop breathing, and they stop breathing, or if they're not doing what he wants them to do, or he'll tell them to do other stuff and they'll do it. And that's basically much of his power, and this is kind of a shame compared to the way the actor that played the Man in Black in The Stand, that actor did a much better job versus Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is a great actor, and I think he's equally talented as the guy that played Randall Flagg, but Matthew McConaughey is not doing as equal job as the guy that played Randall Flagg in the Stand miniseries. He has the ability to do it better, but I think the direction and the script is not allowing him to do it, really. The effects within this movie, the CGI and other special effects, do not look very good. The special effects are not done very well, really. This world is not given enough development within this movie. This movie is only 95 minutes long, and it should be longer for a series like this. This movie should be like 2 hours long, maybe 2 hours and a half, and unfortunately this movie's not the length it should be. And that's one of the problems. This movie is rushed, this movie is too condensed, and it should be longer, or maybe they should have done an HBO series or a series on Netflix. That would have been a much better idea and would have given the source material better justice. I'm sure they would want to make this into a franchise, but if you want to make this into a franchise, at least try to make the first movie good, and unfortunately this first movie is not very good. It's not very memorable. The performances are as good as they could be, but they're not good enough, really. Jackie Earle Haley shows up in this movie. He's not given much to do, really, and he's a terrific actor, so I feel like he's a little bit wasted in this film. The point where the gunslinger comes to Earth is like a fish out of water story, and that part is probably one of the best parts of the movie, when you're seeing the gunslinger on Earth for the first time, and those scenes are great and all. And this movie is filled with some Stephen King references, a reference to Shawshank Redemption with a Rita Hayworth poster, or seeing the dog from Cujo in the movie, St. Bernard, as well as hearing the word The Shining. But at the same time, this movie just doesn't do the source material justice, so those references are great, but it doesn't make the movie all that good, really. So overall, this movie is just a really big disappointment. I really wish this movie was better, but it's not, really. So I'm going to have to give this movie a D, as in don't see it. And that's all I got to say for the Taro movie. This movie's just not that great.